When a fire breaks out in any urban setting, the impulsive thing to do is to dial the emergency number 999. But for a start, here, this number is very rarely reliable.
999, that's an issue that is being tackled by the Communication Commission of Kenya with other telephone providers, because for one, 999 has got to be maintained.
When fire engulfed Nakumatt downtown, the City Council Fire Brigade was overwhelmed. The council firefighters could not do without the assistance of private firefighters, including the Army. The City Council firefighters had at their disposal 5 trucks that are in operation at the station, 3 of which are out of service, leaving 2 to deal with emergencies when they occur.
Kuna gari inaitwa HP ama turntable ladder. Kuna HP hydraulic platform na ingine turntable ladder. Iko garage. Ingefanya kumaliziwa haraka tuwe nazo ilikuwa ni mzuri.
It took the intervention of private operator Night Support Limited, which used a turntable ladder to reach the flames beneath the roof, which had collapsed.
Some really fantastic men in the fire brigade, and they're as brave as you'll ever meet. Unfortunately, they may not have enough equipment that they need and enough numbers, but
24 hours later, efforts to completely put out the fire are still continuing. How fast was the response time? Many wondered.
For somebody to say that City Council did not respond in good time, it's a lie. Because the City Council vehicles, I think they arrived in that scene, I think less than 5 minutes.
Critics argue that the City Council's fire brigade service did not respond as fast as required. This raises a critical question of the location of the fire brigade service, which more often than not hampers its response time, given the traffic snarl-ups within the city through which the engines have to maneuver. International security protocol demands that fire brigade services respond within 10 to 12 minutes after a distress call.
So looking at a city of Nairobi size, which needs about 35 fire engines if we were to do it, as perfectly as we could. The City Council tries valiantly, and I think they have 2 or 3 trucks. So there is a space there, especially when you come out to these sort of areas like Karen, where it's going to take a truck from the middle of town half an hour or 45 minutes to get here.
But of even greater concern is the crowds that mill around scenes of fires or accidents and fatalities, not aware of the danger that they expose themselves.
We need a lot of civic education, and this is, I think, a project we can do jointly with the media.
Bear in mind that the crowds also slow down the firefighting process.
It's a nightmare. I prefer them all to stay well away and let us get on with our work. I got tear gas twice yesterday because the crowd started messing around, and when you're fighting with the fire already, it's the last thing you really want.
The City Council Fire Brigade ran out of water from time to time during the rescue operations and had to leave the scene on many occasions to restock the engines. This is contrary to international standards, which demand that a fire brigade must not leave the scene of a fire until it is completely put out. Almost 24 hours after the fire that started here at Nakumatt, downtown Nairobi, we can still see smoke coming from the building. Still, we must applaud the efforts of the men that gave it their all and worked long hours to put out this fire. However, looking at just how long it took to put out this fire, we as a nation must now ask ourselves, are we ready to deal with such emergencies if and when they occur? And if not, will we continue to ask this very same question? Lillian Muli, KTN in Nairobi.